One basic question you'll find in every astronomy textbook is, what are the smallest stars? That's what we're trying to answer. A team using NASA's James Webb Space Telescope has identified the new record holder. A tiny, free-floating brown dwarf with only 3 to 4 times the mass of Jupiter. The newly discovered brown dwarf resides in IC 348, a star cluster located 1,000 light-years away in the constellation of Perseus. Also known as Colander 41, Gingrich 1 and Thea 17, this cluster contains nearly 400 stars and is around 5 million years old. IC 348 is part of the larger Perseus star-forming region, which is generally invisible to the naked eye, but shines brightly when viewed in infrared wavelengths. Webb's infrared sensitivity was crucial, allowing the team to detect fainter objects than ground-based telescopes. In addition, Webb's sharp vision enabled them to determine which red objects were pinpoint brown dwarfs and which were blobby background galaxies. This winnowing process led to 3 intriguing targets weighing 3 to 8 Jupiter masses, with surface temperatures ranging from 1,500 to 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit, 830 to 1,500 degrees Celsius. The smallest of these weighs just 3 to 4 times Jupiter, according to computer models. Explaining how such a small brown dwarf could form is theoretically challenging. A heavy and dense cloud of gas has plenty of gravity to collapse and form a star. However, because of its weaker gravity, it should be more difficult for a small cloud to collapse to form a brown dwarf, and that is especially true for brown dwarfs with the masses of giant planets. Since the objects are well within the mass range of giant planets, it raises the question of whether they are actually brown dwarfs, or if they're really rogue planets that were ejected from planetary systems. While the team can't rule out the latter, they argue that they are far more likely to be a brown dwarf than an ejected planet. An ejected giant planet is unlikely for 2 reasons. First, such planets are uncommon in general compared to planets with smaller masses. Second, most stars are low-mass stars, and giant planets are especially rare among those stars. Scientists hope to learn more about how brown dwarfs form out of gas, as they have far less mass than stars.